We spent a lot of time making fun of the Air Force One call sign on this channel over the years, but that comes to an end now. That's right. I'm Air Force One. Today we're flying from the Andrews Air Force Base, or Joint Base Andrews, down to the Orlando International Airport. We just got our mission briefing in now. The President wants to go down to Florida to, quote, see a volcano. So it appears he's having an off day, but we're going to get this mission accomplished. ATC is online right now. We are connected to the VATSIM network, and I am going to be using the Air Force One call sign. The rest of it is classified, but for now we have just received our pre-departure clearance from Potomac Approach. We're going to put that in the FMC, get the checklist started, and we will be on our way down to Orlando. Thank you for watching the video. Hope you enjoy. We'll go ahead and get started. First things first, we'll go to the overhead panel. We'll set the standby power to battery mode and then turn on the battery. Then we'll go to the FMC and hit instant align. There we have our displays. We have some waypoints I'm going to punch in real quick. May or may not fast forward through this part. Activate, execute. Okay, PDC code is 4635. 4635. Back up to the overhead and we will start the APU generators as well. Before start checklist is complete, we'll go ahead and get started with the engine start checklist next. We'll start with engine number 4, so we'll turn the fuel pumps on. Just above that to the start switches, we'll pull the starter for number 4. We'll go down to the fuel switches and set engine number 4 to run. Okay, right side is up and running. Continuing with the left side now, engine number 2, pumps on, pull the starter switch, and then fuel selector to run. All 4 engines up and running. We'll go back to the overhead, turn on the bleed switches. Quick flight control check before we get started here. I am using the Turtle Beach Velocity 1, by the way, and more about that in flight. We'll do left, right, forward, back. Check spoilers. Actually, that's landing gear. Never mind. There we go. Next will be, we'll set flaps and taxi lights once we begin our taxi out. For now, we're going to contact Potomac Approach on 119.85. Departure Air Force One Heavy on the ground. Andrews ready for taxi with weather.
Air Force One, roger, runway 19 right, taxi by Whiskey.
19 right rear Whiskey, Air Force One Heavy. Taxi lights on, and set flaps 10.
American 212 vacating runway to the gate.
And here we go.
Cross runway 4, Juliet to the gate, American 212.
I want to take the park brake off first. Alright, as we approach runway 19 right, we'll go up to the overhead, ensure that all anti-ice is set to auto. We'll also set runway heading 190. Departure Air Force One Heavy ready for takeoff, 19 right, Andrews.
Air Force One, roger, runway 19 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 19 right, Air Force One. Landing lights on, strobe, and we'll light up the whole aircraft. Okay, why not? Parking brake release, taking runway 19 right. Okay, 19 right verified. Here we go.
That's 1803. If you can stop moving, that would be greatly appreciated. There's an aircraft right behind you.
Alright, we're rolling out for American 1803.
That's a T27, right turn on Juliet, right turn now for right turn Juliet, crossboard Juliet, you can follow the American to your gate.
Right turn Alpha, turn Juliet, cross and follow company there behind. Delta T27.
And V1. V1. Rotate. And positive rate gear is coming up. Air Force One is airborne. Okay, we'll go ahead and
Air Force One, we're in contact. Climb and maintain 1717. I have a clear Guino.
17,000 direct Wino, Air Force One. Up to 17,000 and direct Wino, so we'll be getting that left-hand turn. Flaps are up. Continue our climb to 17,000.
Air Force One, radar service terminated. Frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved, Air Force One. Thank you for the ATC. So we'll switch to 12280. Beautiful breakout through the clouds there just a moment ago. Absolutely beautiful. And through flight level 280 now, on our way up to flight level 320. As I mentioned before, I am using the Turtle Beach Velocity 1 flight control system today. Really smooth flight control dynamics on the departure there, as you can see. I've used this thing many times in both P3D and FS 2020. It's also compatible for both PC and Xbox. Obviously, I'm flying on GameCube right now, so if you want to try that out. If you're interested, check it out at the link in the description, promo code AFP10 for 10% off at checkout. So once again, thank you Turtle Beach for sponsoring this video and making this flight possible. And quick cruise update from the cockpit here of Air Force One. We might be picking up some ATC here in just a moment. Atlanta Center is online, and we're briefly going to be passing through their airspace. Not sure how excited a center controller would be to optionally pick up an Air Force One call sign on the VATSIM network, but if he does give us a ring, we'll be ready to switch over to his frequency. But for now, we're going to hold steady on Unicom 122.8 on our way down to Orlando. Center Air Force One, flight level 320.
American 442, expect visual vectors, visual approach, runway 18 center.
We'll expect visual 18 center, American 442.
Who else was calling?
Atlanta Center Air Force One, flight level 320.
Air Force One ident.
Ident, Air Force One.
Air Force One, radar contact 35 miles southeast of Charlotte. I appreciate the patience, so we were busy. However, it was patience enough that you're now about 4 miles away from Jacksonville Center's airspace, and they unfortunately are offline. Your radar service is terminated, and your frequency changed back. 2 advisories approved, and have a great rest of your flight down to Mickey Mouse Land.
Back over to Unicom. President sends his regards, Air Force One.
Enjoy, sir.
Alright, so back over to Unicom 122.8. They were pretty busy there in Atlanta, so I didn't want to be too disruptive, but as Center just advised us, we're passing into Jacksonville airspace now, so we'll be preparing for a descent into Orlando momentarily. Wind is from the south, so we're anticipating an ILS arrival on runway 19 right. For now, we continue our flight down to Orlando. We just had a wicked beeping sound in the cockpit that I just had to spend a couple minutes troubleshooting. We had a constant altitude alert beeping going on. But we have since silenced it via slew mode. So God bless slew mode. We'll go ahead and begin our descent into the Orlando area right now. We're going to be on the Seinfeld 1 arrival. And in the meantime, we'll go down to the center pedestal, turn seatbelt sign on. We will be on Unicom on our arrival into Orlando. No ATC online at the moment, but we will be making traffic calls as that airport tends to get pretty busy. Check it out. Alright, never mind then. And there's 10,000 feet. We'll pull the speed back 250 knots for now. Go ahead and turn on our landing lights. Turning direct to Tougal now. No altitude restriction there, but after that we'll be Banya at 7,000 feet. And we'll be ready to pick up the localizer ILS 18 right into Orlando. Orlando traffic, Air Force One Heavy, 5 from Banya. Seinfeld 1 arrival. Orlando traffic, please advise. Localizer and glide slope are coming in. We have selected the approach hold switch, and we'll keep the power coming back to 180 now. As we begin our turn final for 18 right, we have the field and runway in sight. We're going to hand fly this in here. We'll turn off auto throttle, disengage speed hold and autopilot as well. The aircraft is now ours. Just want to make sure we have full control. Quick throttle check. Yes, there we go. And there is 3,000 feet. Power still coming out. We'll drop another notch of flaps and drop landing gear. Orlando traffic, Air Force One, 3 mile final, 18 right. Orlando traffic, please advise. Speed brake. Wow, excellent braking action there. And we're going to take the next right turn off and park at the FBO just over there to our right side. All right, clear of 18 right to the overhead, landing lights off. We'll leave taxi lights on, and then strobe light can come off as well. Down to the pedestal before we run over some ground vehicles. Take out our speed brake. We'll go ahead and follow this follow me vehicle right here. I'm sure he was expecting our arrival. This was all part of the plan. Okay, our final decision, we're going to go nose to nose with this decommissioned Spirit Airlines Airbus A319, looks like. Another round of some classic Boeing intimidation of Airbus aircraft out on the ramp. We do have a Marshal right there, but he doesn't seem to be paying attention to us. Kind of disrespectful, but that's okay. We're just going to use the aircraft that he already parked as a reference. Alright, close enough. Power idle, parking brake set. And then all 4 engines shut down. While we're on the ground here.
V1.
Rotate. Anyways, we're back on the ground here in Orlando. Flight time is just about 2 hours flat. The president has now deboarded and is on his way over to the Universal theme park. Thank you again, Turtle Beach, for sending me the Velocity one to use for this video. Link in the description again if you are interested. Promo code AFP10 for 10% off your order. And thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. This is Air Force Proud 95, and I will see you next time. Hey Dad, Gary here. Just wanted to apologize for not using a pop filter during that entire video. It will be back next time, and I have discarded that headset via fire. Thanks for watching. A320 appears to be missing a chromosome, but we are going to follow this guy on to November over to Tutu right. Nice landing there. This guy is coming in hot. I believe this is the guy that's saying, "Baby, lock them doors, turn them lights down low."